In this story, our main character Lily once believed the world was full of magic, a place where life felt like an endless celebration. For her, every day was like one long, joyous party that would never end. Lily, come see, her mother used to call. Her parents had given her everything, and she had never questioned where it came from. She adored them so much that she never saw who they really were, at least not until it was too late. Her parents had enemies, or maybe they were someone else's enemies. The truth remained elusive, but one thing was certain. There was a reckoning. And in the aftermath, Lily had been left behind, confused and lost. Bremerton, the woman who would change her life, had been there during the chaos. "Get her out of here," a voice had ordered. "Yes, sir," Bremerton responded, her voice steady. Lily had tried to protest. "Wait," she had cried, but her words were drowned in the turmoil. After that, Bremerton took her in. "We need to make you strong, Lily," she had told her, her tone firm and filled with purpose. "Stronger than your parents ever were." "Strong like you?" Lily had asked, not fully understanding what Bremerton meant. "I am strong so I can protect the children under my care," Bremerton had explained. "I can teach you how to protect others, children like you." "To protect others like me," Lily had whispered. The pain of losing her parents was still fresh, but Bremerton's words offered her a path forward. "Show me." For the next 8 years, Lily trained at the elite Nanny Academy, or Yene, a secretive institution known only to a few. Bremerton, who had become the headmistress, raised her, trained her, and shaped her into someone capable of facing the world's harsh realities. Now Lily was ready for her first assignment. On the other side of Bremerton's desk sat Gabriel Angelini, a powerful man who spoke with authority. "This is a generous proposal, Mr. Angelini," Bremerton said. "At this salary, we can provide one of our top performers, someone with over a decade of experience." "No," Angelini cut her off. "I want someone exclusive, someone who's never worked for anyone else." Bremerton hesitated for a moment before presenting the Academy's most recent graduates. "These are all qualified. Each of them has mastered the core pillars of our program: early childhood development, psychology, first aid, defensive combat, advanced driving, physical and cybersecurity, household management, and more." Angelini's eyes scanned the profiles. "And why do you need an elite nanny, Mr. Angelini?" Bremerton asked cautiously. Angelini's expression darkened. "His mother's not in the picture, and my business doesn't exactly allow for childcare," he replied, his voice cold and matter-of-fact. After a pause, he pointed at Lily's profile. "Her. I want her," he said with finality. "Lily?" Bremerton's voice softened, a hint of concern creeping in. "Her specialty is cybersecurity. Do you have a large home network to oversee?" "No," Angelini replied bluntly. "But I still want her." Bremerton turned to Lily, her eyes filled with a mixture of pride and worry. "Forgive me, Lily," she said. Lily's heart raced. This was the moment she had trained for, the moment she had been waiting for all these years. Somewhere out there, a child needs protecting, Lily thought to herself, trying to calm her nerves. "Lily, you've been offered an assignment," Bremerton said quietly. Finally, Lily had been ready for this moment her entire life. "I'm ready," she said confidently. But Bremerton's face revealed something deeper. "This offer, I wouldn't have chosen it for you," she admitted. "Then why offer it?" Lily asked, confused. "Because you were hand-selected by the client." "Who is the client?" Lily pressed. "His name is Gabriel Angelini," Bremerton answered. "Angelini?" Lily repeated, her eyes widening as realization dawned on her. "As in, the Angelini Mafia?" Bremerton's concern deepened. "Don't take it, Lily. I am bound to convey the offer, but I urge you to refuse." "Refuse my first assignment?" Lily's voice was filled with disbelief. After everything she had worked for, this was supposed to be her moment. "After all you've done for me?" "Angelini," the name echoed in her mind. Why had they chosen her? Why now? Lily had thought she would never find answers about her parents' death. But now, there was a chance. A door was opening that could lead to the truth she had been seeking for so long. "We must make you strong, Lily," Bremerton's voice echoed in her mind once again. With renewed determination, Lily clenched her fists. "I'll take the assignment," she said firmly. Bremerton studied her for a long moment. Are you doing this for the right reasons? She asked gently. Your past. That's exactly why I have to do it, Lily interrupted, her voice filled with conviction. If Gabriel Angelini had a child, that child needed protection. And if, along the way, Lily could uncover the truth about what really happened to her parents, then all the better. She signed the contract? Gabriel Angelini asked, his tone sharp. She did, came the reply. Lily found herself face to face with her new employer. Lily, meet your primary, Mr. Gabriel Angelini. So, this is him, Lily thought to herself. The mafioso. Gabriel Angelini studied her briefly. Does she speak? He asked, his tone dripping with arrogance. Lily fought the urge to roll her eyes. He's a complete jerk, she thought, but instead said, Forgive me, Mr. Angelini. I'm Lily. Sure, he replied dismissively. I look forward to working with you. Join us in the car when you're ready, he added as he turned away. Bremerton's voice echoed in Lily's mind as she recalled her YNA training. Protect and care for the charge. Obey the primary client. Anticipate the family's needs. Don't reveal their secrets. Don't embarrass them. No shirking. No sabotage. No romance, asterisk, asterisk. I understand, Lily whispered to herself. I'll make you proud. You already have, Bremerton's voice seemed to say, although she was no longer there. As Lily got into the car, Adam, one of the bodyguards, gave her a quick word of advice. Don't let him scare you. I'm not scared, Lily replied confidently. You will be, Adam said, his words carrying an ominous weight. Then she heard a small voice from the back. You must be Mr. Angelini's son, Lily said, noticing the boy sitting quietly. They call me Michelle, he said curtly. We call him Mikey, Adam chimed in with a smile. It's nice to meet you, Mikey. I'm Lily, your new nanny. Mikey eyed her suspiciously. I don't trust her. She smells like oranges. Does she? Angelini muttered, uninterested. Lily was taken aback. Do I? So, where are we going, Mr. Michel? She asked, hoping to ease the tension. Mikey crossed his arms. A big, ugly mansion in a city of peasants. We just moved from Venice to Lyon, France? Lily said, surprised. That's a long way. The car has Wi-Fi if you need it, Mikey offered. It's unsecured, Lily noted, instinctively scanning her surroundings for any potential vulnerabilities. Gabriel Angelini didn't miss a beat. We don't drive with the doors unlocked. It's not safe. Actually, Lily started. If there's an accident, it's safer to have them unlocked. Angelini cut her off sharply. And if someone tries to snatch my son at a stoplight, it's not. Noted, Lily said, backing off, though she made a mental note of his illogical sense of safety. Mikey, however, was persistent. Oranges, right, boss? He joked, clearly enjoying Lily's discomfort. His father ignored the comment. His smart car Wi-Fi is unsecured. Yet he lectures me about safety, Lily thought to herself. Soon they arrived at the Angelini Annex in Lyon, a grand estate that was quieter than Lily had expected. No visible security, not even cameras, she thought, already feeling uneasy. As they entered the house, Angelini turned to Mikey. You'll be with Lily from now on. No more ride-alongs with me. Mikey's eyes filled with hurt. But I don't want. This is for the best. Angelini cut him off, his voice cold. You're trying to ice me out, Mikey accused. You think I can't handle the business? Angelini sighed. I never should have involved you. You need me, Mikey shouted, his voice trembling. Not like this, his father responded. Mikey's face hardened. I hate you, he yelled before storming off. Angelini watched his son disappear down the hall, his expression unreadable. He's had a hard time without his mother, he said, more to himself than to Lily. He seems very attached to you, Lily observed, trying to gauge the dynamics. We're close, Angelini said, his tone distant. Does he know what you do? Lily asked cautiously. Angelini looked at her sharply. Do you? I read the news, she replied. He seems satisfied with that answer. Good. That simplifies things. I'll be honest with you, Lily. I'm the underboss of the Angelini Mafia. Lily blinked, her mind racing. So he's the second in command, she thought, piecing it all together. I have more enemies than I can count. And they'd do anything to get their hands on my only son, Angelini continued. He's the heir to the Angelini name. That's where you come in, elite nanny. I understand, Lily said firmly. I'll protect him with everything I have. Good, Angelini said. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Wait, Mr. Angelini, Lily interjected. What other duties will I have? I can manage your private network, your schedule, balance accounts. Not necessary. Angelini cut her off. Your only duty is to Mikey. Keep him safe. That's it. Respectfully, keeping him safe requires more than just childcare. There's the physical security of your residence to consider, vetting staff, not to mention. Angelini's voice was low and dangerous as he interrupted her. Maybe I wasn't clear. Your only duty is to not let my son out of your sight. Not let him. Lily started to protest, but stopped herself. Yes, sir. Angelini glanced at his watch. You have somewhere to be, don't you? He said, already walking away. Suddenly, Mikey came barreling down the hall. Get off, he shouted, his voice panicked. What the? Lily reacted instinctively, trying to grab him. But Mikey was already out the door. Lily's heart raced as she followed him. Mikey! Stop, she yelled. Mikey turned, fear in his eyes. No way, Lily muttered to herself, realization dawning. A kidnapping on my first day. Lily's heart raced. What just happened? Mikey's been taken, Adam shouted, his face pale. Masked kidnappers. Grabbed him right from the driveway. Then go after them. Gabriel, Angelini barked, his fury barely contained. He turned to Adam, demanding the car keys. Adam, take her. We have to find him. Adam, clearly shaken, responded, another kidnapping boss? We'll find him. Gabriel wasn't in the mood for excuses. In the meantime, call the police. If you do your job, I won't need to. Lily was already planning her next move. Which way? She asked, urgency in her voice. Right? Then keep going straight until I can figure out where they went, Gabriel instructed. What are you doing? Adam asked, eyes wide. I'm tracking the license plate, Lily replied, focused. The most recent hit was a minute ago. The van isn't far from here, Adam noted. That makes it easy. Almost too easy. Could be a trap, Lily warned as they sped down the road. Turn left here, Gabriel instructed. Then right at the second light. What now? Adam asked, gripping the steering wheel. Lily didn't pause. I'm hacking into the closest cell towers. I need to know how many phones are pinging from that building. Adam blinked. And I'll pretend I understand what that means. Lily smiled faintly. 3 phones. We're here. They pulled up to the front of the building. Wait here, Lily told Adam as she got out of the car. Whatever you say, little lady, Adam muttered, watching her go. Lily approached the door, her guard up. This place didn't seem like the typical hideout. No security, no guards. Unusual for a job like this. She knocked on the door, her voice firm. I'm well trained. Open the door. The man on the other side of the door scoffed. Can't do that. Don't say I didn't ask nicely, Lily warned. In a split second, she kicked the door in, taking down the man with a swift punch. A scuffle broke out, but Lily's training held. Within moments, it was over. Mikey stood there, unharmed. You made it, he cried. Lily knelt down beside him. Are you hurt? Mikey shook his head. No. Did they scare you? No, he said softly, trusting her completely now. Everything's okay now, Lily reassured him. You're safe. A voice from behind interrupted the moment. Walk away. Leave the kid. And you can take the $2 million in the case. Lily spun around. You're with the kidnappers? The man smirked. You mean those thugs Gabriel hired to test you? Afraid not. Lily's stomach dropped. That was a test? To see if you were the real deal, the man said smugly. But it was too good an opportunity to pass up. The boss never lets the kid out of his sight. Until today. You'll pay for this, Lily said coldly. The man chuckled. You're serious. And you're smart. So, do the smart thing. Take the money. I don't think so, Lily replied firmly. Then you die, he snarled, lunging at her. With lightning reflexes, Lily disarmed him, knocking him out cold. Panting, she scooped Mikey up. Almost home, Mikey. You've been so brave. Just as they were heading back, the car pulled up. Papa! Mikey shouted. Gabriel got out, a satisfied smile on his face. Well done. You passed. Lily narrowed her eyes. That mess was part of the test. Gabriel shrugged. Just doing my job? Lily wasn't impressed. Not very well. If she escaped before you pulled the trigger, she said, motioning to the unconscious kidnapper. Kind of undermines the test. Yet another reason to keep the doors unlocked when you drive, she added pointedly. Gabriel chuckled. I'll keep that in mind. Mikey, still holding on to Lily, looked up at his father. I think she's good. Is that right? Gabriel asked, looking down at his son. Fast. Scary. She even hugged me, Mikey said earnestly. You got the child in on it? Lily snapped, realizing what had happened. Gabriel shrugged again. Would you prefer he be caught off guard and traumatized? Lily frowned. I'd prefer you didn't question my abilities in the first place. Gabriel met her gaze. I don't doubt your training. I had to know you couldn't be bought or scared off. People will try. It's happened before. If I'm going to care for your son, you have to trust me, Lily said firmly. Gabriel's expression hardened. I don't trust anything or anyone. Why not? Lily asked, her voice softer now. Gabriel's jaw clenched. If you pull the police reports, they'll tell you my wife has been missing for a year. He paused, his voice low and bitter. But what they don't say is that she was murdered. Gabriel's voice was heavy with pain. My wife was murdered. Is this really the best place for this conversation? Lily asked, glancing around. Go upstairs, Mikey. I'm fine, Gabriel said firmly. Curious, Mikey asked, which room is mine? The one with the lace curtains? Lily suggested, but Gabriel quickly dismissed it. No, his room is on the back side of the house. Oh, the one with the flower box. I saw it earlier, Mikey exclaimed. I don't have flowers, Gabriel countered. Well, I don't know which one it is then, Lily admitted. I'll show you. My study is just 10 minutes away, Gabriel said, gesturing to another room. I like this one, Lily replied. But try not to scare her off. If she can be scared off, she doesn't belong here, Gabriel replied. Mikey chimed in. Did she smell like Orange's boss? I know you tricked me, Lily said, her tone serious. It wasn't a trick. I want to see your room, Gabriel insisted. I'm going to judge you based on what I find inside, Lily warned. What? I was just worried earlier. He handled the kidnapping a bit too well. It's good to know he can still act like a kid. It's messy. We've only been here a few weeks, Gabriel admitted. That's fine. Some of it is from our old house. It's baby stuff. I like baby stuff, Mikey added. But you don't have to show me if you don't want to, Lily said gently. I don't care. It's just a room, Gabriel shrugged. Activating her special vision, Lily noted, a chocolate milk habit that seems out of control and more suits than a pallbearer. Also, there's a creative outlet for underlying issues. Recommendations: less sugar, play clothes, and dedicated art time. Gabriel sighed. I didn't finish unpacking yet. We're not staying long, not even long enough to pick up our milk boxes? Mikey asked. The new housekeeper doesn't like me, Gabriel admitted. Who wouldn't like you? You're great, Lily said reassuringly. I don't need a new mama, Mikey protested. No one will ever replace your mother, Lily replied softly. I'm not here to try. I can be as close or as far as you need me, but I am here to care for you. Just do your job, Mikey instructed. This kid, Lily began, but then smiled. Aye, sir. You can count on me. That's not. Just go find my papa. Right away, sir. Lily responded, chuckling to herself. Such a weird lady, Mikey commented, his eyes wide. I'm a stubborn kid, Gabriel interjected. He's hurting, though. Lily stepped forward. May I enter? Gabriel nodded. He changed. Doesn't seem too scary for an underboss. I left Mikey in his room. Is that all right? Lily asked. You can leave his side for short periods, as long as he's in the house. I'm not unreasonable, though I'll admit I pushed you a bit earlier. A bit, Lily replied, raising an eyebrow. Gabriel continued, I'll cut to the heart of it, Mr. Angelini. Whoever murdered your wife, are they a threat to Mikey too? Without a doubt, Gabriel confirmed, since my uncle, the Don, has named Mikey as heir to the syndicate. This assignment is outside the scope of my contract. Your application failed to mention active threats against your family, Lily noted, realizing the implications. Ah, so he didn't read the fine print. Gabriel replied, a hint of frustration in his voice. I have the leverage I need. You're trained in defensive combat. What's the problem? Gabriel pressed. I'm a new graduate. You should have hired a senior operator, Lily argued. I hired exactly who I meant to, Gabriel stated firmly. What does that mean? Does he know about my past? That I'm here to find answers? I won't settle for anyone else. Make your demands, Gabriel challenged. My what? Lily hesitated. You've realized this assignment is more dangerous than you signed on for. What will it take for you to stay? More money? I was going to make demands, she admitted, but now it feels like I'm playing into his hands. There must be something, a house in Majorca? Political favors? None of that is any use if I die on this assignment or disappear conveniently afterward. Why is he so determined to make me stay? If I had more info, I want complete access. Your entire life? To what? Gabriel asked, puzzled. If I'm going to protect Mikey, I need to be the closest person to you both. Interesting. Do you think I'll be impressed with your selfless work ethic? I want to survive this assignment, which means having the tools to do this the right way. There are some things I can't give you access to: business accounts, client data. I have no interest in your business, Lily insisted. Lie. I won't look at anything I don't need to, she replied. Double lie. That's cute. But what do you really want? Gabriel pressed. Excuse me? What's in it for you? Fine. I do have a more personal request. At last, Gabriel said, intrigued. I want a guaranteed good review, Lily stated firmly. I will put my life on the line for your son. If he is safe when my one-year contract is over, you'll give me full marks and become an angel-level patron of YNA. A solid bluff. YNA can always use more wealthy patrons. A good review and a donation to your academy? Do you always dream so small? Gabriel remarked. Your word, Mr. Angelini, Lily replied confidently. Very well. In 1 year, when it's time to leave Lyon, I'll sign any recommendation you write. If, however, any harm were to befall my son, you'll wish you died protecting him, Lily finished, her tone serious. In 1 year, when it's time to leave Lyon, I'll sign any recommendation you write. However, if any harm were to come to my son, you'll wish you died protecting him, Gabriel warned. Make yourself at home, he added. His eyes conveyed a weight of truth. He meant every word. That man would kill me slowly if given the chance. Good thing an elite nanny never fails. I can handle those, Lily said, gesturing to some items. You've done enough heavy lifting for today. What's that supposed to mean? Gabriel asked, raising an eyebrow. Heard you're staying. Nice work. I'll take these upstairs. I'll have a look around the house. It's home for the next year, unless something goes horribly wrong, he replied. She couldn't tell if he was rooting for her or against her. This place is so fancy. Like a small palace, she remarked. No hard feelings, right? The 10-foot walls topped with barbed wire and glaring guards certainly didn't suggest a warm welcome. Fussy fountains. Not exactly a young boy's playground, she mused. I'll have to take him to the park or something, she decided. This one must be mine, Lily said, eyeing a room. I should charge my laptop, she began. Right? I left it in the car, she realized. It's gone, Gabriel replied matter-of-factly. Adam is having it detailed. Are you coming to dinner? He asked. Dinner? Signora Connie cooks before she leaves on weeknights. My laptop. I'll remind Adam when he gets back with the car. Don't bother. He's chosen to eat in his room tonight. Does that happen often? Lily inquired. Recently, yes. He's had a lot of changes, a big move, and a new caretaker, on top of the loss of his. I don't need your one-day diagnosis, Gabriel interjected. I didn't mean I know my son. Don't explain his feelings to me. Worry about his safety. Nothing more? Understood, she replied. Mikey, I heard that. I am hungry, but this is a bit awkward. YNA never covered making small talk with my employer, she admitted. So, what brings you to Lyon? Lily asked, trying to fill the silence. Business. Business. What's a Venetian underboss doing in Lyon anyway? She probed. They don't have a claim here. The local crime families can't be happy, he replied dismissively. I imagine a man of your position has made some waves in this city. You could say that. No remorse. Doesn't he realize he's putting Mikey at risk? She thought, but instead asked, speaking of Mikey, do you have any goals for him this year? Goals, he repeated, hesitating. Anything you want to work on with him? Language? Art? Sports? He paused, considering. I'll think about it. As the Angelini heir, Mikey has certain expectations to live up to. That seemed odd, but then again, the entire house felt strange. The staff moved like shadows. She'd seen them around, but had only met the driver. And why am I the only one eating with the boss? She wondered. Maybe because it's my first night? An empty gesture of welcome? I'll play along, she decided. What does Mikey normally do during the day? Normally, I take him to work with me, Gabriel replied. That ends now. Julia, he called. Oui, she responded. Give us a moment, please. Oh, monsieur. Now I've done it. Come with me, Mr. Angelini. I. Not another word, he interrupted. The boss, Antony stammered. I appreciate not being chastised in front of the other staff, but he's taking it a bit far. I apologize for speaking out of turn, Antony said. Don't, Gabriel ordered. What? Don't apologize? On that point, we agree, Gabriel said, a hint of tension in his voice. I don't understand. Why do you look scared? What is he? Be afraid, Davina, Gabriel warned. Good. Now listen. You asked whether I have goals for Mikey. I have 1, 2. Boss. Murda. What is it? Trouble in District 3? Already? We'll continue this later. Yes, sir. What was he going to say? What was his goal? And why was he afraid of anyone else hearing it? I guess you thought I wouldn't notice. That I wouldn't care. You've been stealing from the Angelinis, haven't you? Haven't you? Mikey? I'm busy. I see that. Breakfast is ready. I'll take it in my room. You had dinner here last night. Are you afraid to eat human food in front of me? Human food? It's okay. You can tell me. I've already guessed you're a vampire. Well, it makes sense. You avoid going outside. Eat where no one can see your fangs. I'm not a vampire. I just don't want to eat with you. That's exactly what a vampire would say. Is that all? Not to worry, then. I already ate. But the kitchen is all yours. That's not. See you downstairs, boss. This lady never quits. What are you looking at, wise guy? First breakfast down. Good job, me. Cheeky kid. At least he ate. Ah, you must be Signora Connie. I'm Davina. English. Audio. Why are you in my kitchen? I'll be taking over breakfast and lunch for Mikey from now on. I'll try not to be in your way. At least you clean. Excuse me. Signore Angelini needs his coffee. Any problems with your room? Did you sleep? The room is lovely. I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching me. But I didn't sleep a wink. You haven't seen my computer, have you? You young people and your technology? Yes, ma'am. Read a book. Signora, my coffee? I need it right away. It's him. Is he going to pretend last night didn't happen? Problem? Guess that answers my question. No, sir. I should check on Mikey. I don't understand him at all. What was he going to tell me about Mikey? And you better pay up? Got it? No one crosses the Angelinis. One guess where he learned that. As long as he's occupied, I wonder if my laptop... Ah! It's about time. I've been dying to do some proper research. His bio barely said anything. The Angelinis, they've been running the Venetian Mafia for nearly a century. The current Don is Gabriel's uncle. His older brother died, and he took the reins. The Don has no sons, which explains why his nephew is the underboss. And that leaves Mikey heir to it all. No wonder he's such a serious kid. Let's see what the darker chat rooms have to say. As I thought, he's making enemies, and they've only been here a month. What could be worth wading into so much trouble? Did they run out of crimes to commit in Italy? Crazy lady. I need you. Coming, boss. What's going on? Papa and I are going on an overnight. I can't find my favorite tie. He thinks he's going. I think we should stay here while your father goes on his trip. He needs my help. He's meeting the Croatian syndicate. They control lots of the major smuggling routes in France, and they hate the Angelinis. Is that true? And how on earth would he know? I have to go with him. People underestimate Papa when he's with me. It's disturbing that he's thought this through. It's part of our edge. Back me up, okay? Mikey, be good for Davina. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm coming with you. I'm almost packed. You're staying here, where it's safe. But the Croatians. are none of your concern. Uncle would want. No, I can help Papa. You'll help me by staying behind. Keep him safe. Wait, Mr. Angelini. Yes, I'd like access to your security systems. We'll discuss it when I get back. Looks like it's just us for dinner. Get out. Why don't we talk about? Get out. I'm sorry I didn't back you up, but your father made his wishes clear to us both. We'll have lots of fun until he comes back. You'll see. There's nothing fun about being left behind. Being left behind. You're right, Mikey. There's nothing fun about that at all. Lily tossed and turned, unable to find sleep in this unfamiliar place. She scoured the room for hidden cameras but found nothing, yet the unsettling feeling of being watched lingered. Her room was perfect, much like everything else in the house, but she sensed something sinister lurking beneath the surface. With the sun now up, she decided to distract herself. Buddy book, look up local parks in Lyon, France. Searching. Morning, boss. Ready for breakfast? After breakfast, I thought we could head to the park. I'm not eating your gross food. And I'm not going to. Which park? How about the playground just down the street? Or Parc de la Tête d'Or isn't far. They have a zoo, you know. That playground is small, and the zoo is smelly. I prefer Place Belcourt. Oh, where is that? In the middle part of the city, between the rivers. That's a bit far. It has lots of trees and benches and 2 big fountains. My papa takes me there sometimes to watch the ducks. So cute. Then it sounds perfect. We'll go right after breakfast? Okay, fine. As they arrived at the park, she smiled at the ducks waddling about. There you go, duckies. Don't fight. Mikey watched, and she could see the sadness behind his smile. Poor kid, she thought. He really misses his dad. Gabriel had only been gone a day, yet the boy's longing was palpable. All done, he said, looking up at her with hopeful eyes. Can I have an ice cream? It's almost lunchtime, but he's been so good, she replied to herself, weighing her options. Please? Papa always gets me an ice cream. All right, just 1 scoop. You little charmer, she chuckled, glancing at the nearby ice cream stand. This one looks good? No. Papa takes me to one in the old quarter. They have pistachio chocolate chip. All right, if that's the one you want. As they walked through the bustling tourist district, she noted how crowded it was. Lynn pistachio chocolate, essayez vous plate, she said to the vendor, realizing she really needed to work on her French. Mikey. Incoming call, boss, Mikey said, glancing at his phone. From? Venice. What does he want now? We can't keep the Don waiting, boss. Put it through. Gabriel. Uncle. Progress on the northwestern sector. Clermont-Ferrand and Nevers are settled. Dijon is the last stop. And the Croatians? And you think they'll cooperate? They'd be fools not to. Don't say that to their faces. I sent you up there to establish a foothold, not start a turf war. The Croatians are deep in the weapons trade, but they're weak in luxury goods, which is where we come in. Our timber contacts in Côte d'Ivoire will bring them to the table, and the surrogate shopping networks we supply in China will keep them there. Good. Put the Venetian stamp on that city. The Normandy Annex is waiting on you to pave the way. Understood, uncle? You'll have your empire. All yours one day, Nipode. And your bambinos after that, no? Just remember who we're building this for. And don't hold back. As you say, call me when it's done. And Gabriel? To Michelle. See. For Mikey. We're ready for you, sir. He didn't give you too much trouble, I trust. They never do. What song will this one sing? I hope it's something new. There's nothing more tiresome than a predictable lie. Mikey. Vas à la guerre? Oui. I'm coming, Papa. Nanny mode. Hide and seek. Engaged. At the bustling gare, Lily scanned her surroundings, her heart racing as she noted the movements of a little boy in a suit. She knew he was headed somewhere important. The boy had exited an alley just 40 seconds earlier, and she analyzed his possible escape routes, by foot, bicycle, bus, or car. His speed on foot was surprisingly quick, while his cycling abilities were uncertain. A taxi or bus fare was likely, but she assumed he had taken the fastest option available. Wherever his father was, that was likely where the boy was headed. That suit is adorable, Lily exclaimed to herself, momentarily distracted by the innocent charm of children riding public transit. Did you see a little boy in a suit get on a bus? She asked a passerby. Yes? Which one? The Gare Express. Target en route to the intercity train station. ETA. 15 minutes, Lily noted, ready to put her training into action. I need this, she muttered, determination fueling her as she navigated the crowded station. Phase 2, a voice interrupted her thoughts. Arf! I'll dock it when I get there, she shot back, brushing off the irritation of a nearby tourist. Estimated delay for midday traffic, 45 minutes. Hiya! Her calculations rushed through her mind. E plus 12.5 minutes. Probability of successful intercept, 80%, she confirmed to herself, her focus unwavering. Meanwhile, the seconds ticked away. This is taking forever, she grumbled, glancing at her watch. Train station. E plus 17 minutes. 1 minute to spare. In the midst of her urgency, Mikey stood beside her, looking anxious. Going somewhere? She asked him. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that your ice cream privileges are revoked, she continued, noting how his suit was already beginning to wrinkle. You're wrinkling my suit, he protested. I assure you, that's the least of your worries, she replied sternly. Let me go, he insisted. I hate you, he said bitterly. I'm sorry to hear that, she responded unflinching. It's all your fault. If you weren't here, he'd have to take me. He always takes me. It's my job to protect you, she reminded him. Don't you know how dangerous it is to run off on your own? Papa's in danger right now because he's on his own. Mikey shot back. Your father has his own bodyguards, she countered. Those traitors. You think he trusts any of them after what happened to Mama? We can only trust family. Uncle says so. I have to keep Papa safe. Surely he doesn't think his own guards let it happen on purpose. What happened to your mother was terrible, but your security team probably did their best. You don't know anything. I may not know how his mother was murdered, but I know exactly how he feels. You're wrong, she replied firmly. I know one thing. I'm not like any bodyguard you've had before. I will do anything to keep you safe, even if that means saving you from your own schemes. You can hate me. You can fight me, but you can't escape me. I can try, he retorted defiantly. Can I go to my room? Only if I come with you, she insisted. I won't run away again. You won't, because you're not leaving my sight until your father returns. Papa has to tuck me in when he gets home, he reminded her. I'll tell him. Promise? Promise? After their tense exchange, Lily felt the weight of exhaustion. The long day weighed heavily on her, compounded by the restless nights she had endured recently. What an exhausting day, she murmured. I haven't slept well the last 2 nights. I'm so tired, but I can't risk Mikey slipping away again. As the chaos of the station continued around her, she contemplated resting her eyes for just a moment, wanting to stay alert, but feeling the pull of fatigue. Papa, Lily called out softly, her heart lifting as she spotted him. I'm here. I missed you. How was your day with the nanny? He asked, a teasing tone in his voice. I almost ditched her, she replied, grinning mischievously. Did you? He raised an eyebrow. She's not so smart. I was coming to help you in Dijon, she said, a hint of pride in her voice. How did you know I was in Dijon? Adam always inputs the GPS coordinates the night before, she explained. You little devil. And Nikki said, when have you been talking to Nikki? He interrupted. He was talking to Val, but I listened. I pay attention, she shot back, knowing he'd be pleased. I know you do, but Davina wouldn't let me go. She caught me and brought me back, she confessed. Is that so? Are you going away again? Not for a bit. I'll be here when you wake up, he reassured her. Okay, tomorrow. Can we do the... Of course, he promised. Some guardian you make, she teased. She looks about as dangerous as a kitten. Still, Mikey is safe, he reminded her. Hey, elite nanny. You're back, Lily said, glancing at the woman who had been caring for her. I am. You should be in bed, the nanny insisted. I can. Careful, she interrupted. I'm weak all over. Nanny mode really takes it out of me. I understand Mikey tried to come after me, the nanny added. I'm putting a tracker in his shoe next time we leave the house, Lily suggested. Probably wise, the nanny agreed, though her expression was serious. You smell like blood, Lily observed, scrunching her nose. Not as nice as oranges, the nanny retorted with a hint of humor. We have to keep Mikey out of all that. If you value your life, don't ever say that out loud again, the nanny warned. Did I say it out loud? Lily asked, feigning innocence. Get some sleep, elite nanny, the woman said, her tone softening. I can't sleep in this house, Lily admitted. Like manga. Someone's watching. Always watching. Anyone, the nanny replied, her expression grave. I don't know how anyone sleeps. Had the nanny already picked up on that feeling? Lily noted her sharp instincts. That was good. She'd need them for what lay ahead. Eventually, exhaustion took over, and Lily finally slept. The weariness helped, but more than that, for once, she felt at ease. There were no internal alarms going off, no feelings of danger or unease. Why? She had always trusted her gut, but as an Angelini, Mikey should have been one of the people she feared the most. They weren't what she had imagined. Mikey wasn't a victim looking to be saved, and Gabriel wasn't merely a villain. She knew he wanted Mikey safe. So why bring him to Lyon, where just by existing, he was stirring up a hornet's nest of enemies? Something didn't add up. Lily couldn't shake the feeling. She remembered Anna's warning against emotional involvement. No more distractions. It was time to get answers. She had been promised full access, and today, she intended to get it. She wouldn't let Gabriel put her off. She resolved to harden her heart against this gangster, just as she should have done before. What the? Lily exclaimed suddenly as she spotted Mikey. Wait, have you had breakfast? What's going on? He asked, confusion written across his face. It's pool day, he declared, his eyes lighting up. It was the third time that week. The night before, Lily had noticed things were becoming increasingly evident. Too evident. It seemed her work was making an impact, perhaps too strong an impact. Tomorrow, can we do the... She started, but he cut her off. Yes, tomorrow is a good day to lay low. It's pool day. Why is there a pool day? Lily asked, her curiosity piqued. The pool is always here. If you're going to be in here with him, now would be a good time for me to access your security systems, she insisted. I can start with a preliminary analysis of vulnerabilities. My recommendations can be ready by the end of the day. I don't think you understand. It's pool day. What does that have to do with me? She wondered, perplexed. First pool day. How exciting for you, he replied dryly. Is this a scheduled event or something? Nope. It happens at random. Brought you this. He handed her something. Pass, she replied, dismissing the offer. Your choice, but it gets pretty steamy in the greenhouse. I'm not, she insisted. I have work to do. Good one. No one told you. The reason I am out here is that no one is allowed to leave the pool room once pool day has begun. Not allowed to? What kind of rule is that? That's the whole point of pool day. Mikey and Gabriel eat in the pool, nap in the pool, and even... I get it, she interrupted. But I'm not part of it. Oh good, you're doing pool day. Be a dear and take Señora's coffee, won't you? I'm not. I won't be tricked into going inside again, not after last time. Wait, I can't stay in here all day. Let me out. Nope. Boss is very strict about pool day rules. Can I at least have my laptop? No technology on pool day. Have fun with it. Of all the ridiculous. Want to dive for rings with me? You aren't thinking about leaving the pool room, are you? You can't. Pool day is sacred. I just wear my meta change. And what if I have to? The bathroom's right there, right? So much for my plan to get answers today. Instead, she decided to try to patch things up with Mikey. I've already got 3. Mikey shouted, gleefully showing off his finds. I'm coming, she replied, joining the fun. MHM, I'm getting the next one. You're on. Hey, that's my duck. Get back here. Having fun? She asked, noticing Mikey's laughter. I am. Actually, Mikey's a riot. He's something, she acknowledged. Are you sure you aren't disappointed? You seem pretty geared up to get into my security this morning. One might think you had ulterior motives for getting close to me, he teased. Is he messing with me, right? She wondered, bewildered. You promised me full access. This isn't enough access for you, he countered, raising an eyebrow. Did he just make a joke? Who is this man? After all that fuss about pool day, is he really going to... Mikey seemed to sense something too. You have to see this, he insisted. I can't just go. Business can't wait, Papa. Watch him, her father ordered, a hint of worry in his voice. Of course, sir. It's not just business, she murmured, noticing Mikey's apprehensive expression. Something had changed, but what?